You get a calendar invite. It says Zoom meeting. It has a time. It has a link. Nothing about it looks unusual. You click it 30 seconds before the call starts, the way you always do. But the real answer is far stranger. That click didn't join a meeting. It started a download. And the meeting was never the point. Picture this. Someone emails you, claiming to be a vendor or a new client. They want to hop on a quick call. They send a link. It says zoom.us, except it doesn't. Not exactly. Maybe it's zoominvite.com. Your eyes skim right past the difference because your brain isn't built to proofread URLs under time pressure. You click. A page loads. It looks exactly like the real Zoom loading screen. Then a message appears. If the meeting doesn't start automatically, click here to download Zoom. So you click. A file downloads. You open it. Nothing happens. No meeting window. No error. So you shrug, assume it glitched, and move on with your day. Except something did happen. Quietly, a program installed itself. And it's still there. Why does this work so well? Not because people are careless, because the interaction was built to feel completely normal. Psychologist Robert Cialdini spent decades studying why people say yes to things they'd normally question. His core finding applies here directly. When something feels urgent and comes wrapped in a familiar routine, our brains stop evaluating and start executing. A meeting invite isn't a red flag. It's Tuesday. Your guard isn't up because nothing about this pattern has ever hurt you before. Attackers aren't trying to trick your intelligence. They're trying to trick your autopilot. Researchers at Proofpoint documented waves of campaigns where attackers registered domains that looked almost identical to Zoom's real one, mirroring the real interface pixel for pixel. Once you click that final download button, you're not getting a video app. You're getting an installer that Kaspersky's threat intelligence team found was frequently bundled with remote access tools, software that lets someone else quietly control your computer or read what you type. Security researchers call this malicious execution disguised as legitimate software. In plainer terms, the meeting app is the mask. And here's the part that catches people off guard. The malware doesn't need you to notice anything's wrong. In fact, it works better if you don't. That's why the fake loading screen exists. It gives your brain a plausible excuse. The link was probably broken. And that sentence does a lot of work for the attacker. It's the reason you don't report it. Don't investigate it. Don't tell anyone. So how do you protect yourself without interrogating every calendar invite like it's a crime scene? Start with where the link actually leads, not where it claims to lead. Hover over it first. If it says zoom.us but the real address is something else, that mismatch is the whole story. Be suspicious of any meeting link that asks you to download something first. Real Zoom links open the app you already have or run instantly in a browser. If an invite comes from someone you weren't expecting, verify it through a second channel, a message to a coworker, a call to the company's official number. Attackers can fake an invite. It's much harder to fake an entire second conversation. And if you've already clicked and opened the file, the fix isn't panic, it's speed. Disconnect from the network, run a security scan, and change your important passwords from a separate, uninfected device. Here's the counterintuitive part. You'd think the safest people online are the ones who click the least. But that's not quite it. The safest people aren't the ones who never click. They're the ones who've built a habit of checking one small thing first. Where does this actually lead? That habit takes less than 2 seconds. And 2 seconds is exactly what an attacker is counting on you not to spend. So the next time a meeting invite lands 30 seconds before it starts, and your hand moves toward that link out of pure habit, pause. Not because every invite is fake, almost all of them aren't, but because the one time it matters, it won't announce itself. It'll just look like Tuesday.